Music instructor Joy. This is a piece that we're going to work on today. So this was a little beginning of orchestral piece by a modern Hungarian composer Ferenc. This piece is new to me, so I just had to learn quickly. Thank you for sending the sheet music for me to look into. So this was a request by a subscriber. This violinist is working on among many other orchestral pieces, also this one, and wondering what's the counting technique when it comes a lot of time signature changing. In this particular piece, it starts 5/8, meaning we have 5 times of 8 beats, and then change to 7/8, 5/8, back and forth within just like one after the other even. So it starts like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the beginning like this. And then the hardest part that I think we're gonna work on today is this one. It changes 1 bar, 7/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then to 5/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back to 7/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on and on. It's very, very hard for many reasons, because the odd numbers, whether we have 3 beats, 5 beats, or 7 beats in a measure, odd numbers are hard for us to count because the odd number doesn't sit well in us. We like to have a 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4. But when it's 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 7, it's a little hard for us to count. When it passes 5 or more, even we get lost within our own counting because we don't know, was it 2, was it 4, what we just counted. So it's very, very hard for us to count. So that's one reason why this specific part is hard, could be hard. Second reason that I say is because there's no melody going on. It's just aimless, continuous repetition in an irregular form. So like this. It's like a no man's land. You know, it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't get developed. It doesn't get solved. There's just music, circles and circles. So, and then again, we can get easily lost in such passages. So I'm going to work on those 2 specific problems. Then I will give you solutions that could work, and maybe you can try that. So when we have, first, in order for us to have to count better and be able to be together within the group in an orchestra, whether it's a difficult or easy time signature, it always helps when you emphasize the first beat, first downbeat of each measure. That way you at least know the beginning of each bar, each measure. That way, if by any chance we get lost, we can always come back and then rejoin the group. So instead of playing, I'm talking about where 7/8 key signature starts. Instead of aimless, all this same dynamics, I would add a little accent of each on the first note of each measure, like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. That way, when you play fast, it's easier for ourselves to count like this. Like that. And also it's a little more shape than just aimless multiple notes. It's a little easier to understand. Then, see if you can just put your violin down and just count. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the conductors, normally when they conduct 7/8 time signature, they tend to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're making this triangle motion but first one has 2 beats, second one has 3 beats, last one has 2 beats again. So see if you can do that. But if it could be hard for a first time performer in odd beats like that. And then maybe you can take extra step before that. Namely, for 2 beats, you make this 1, 2, just straight vertical beats. 1, 2, and the next one we have 3, 4, 5, those 3 beats. And then you make triangle, 3, 4, 5. The last 2 beats, which is 6th and 7th beat, you make again, vertical movement, 6, 7. So you just, without playing the violin, you just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? Then when you go to the 5, 8, you do the same thing. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. See if you can go through like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5. Like this. So as you can see, it can be hard. What I like to do is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. So when you're changing 7, 8, 5, 8, and 7, 8 again. Then, now same way of counting. You imagine yourself 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then you play then with a violin with a little accent on the first note of each measure. 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. Yeah? That's first very clear. And then once you're done this one, see if you can imagine the conductors doing that. So that within a performance or rehearsals, by any chance, if you get lost, you can always pick up by looking at conductor. So this time, instead of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, you would again put the violin away, conduct as though you're a conductor, like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, like this. Then imagine the picture of conducting doing it. Then same thing again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that. Then gradually it will get faster. So that's first way of reading the music. And then see if you can listen other than just your parts. Listen to your other musicians, what's going on. Often, not always, but almost always, there's some part of orchestral musicians playing understanding melody. I know when it comes to modern music, and this is a modern composer, but still you should be able to see who is leading at this moment the music. It could be at the time being a woodwind, brass, or specific string groups, or even one solo player. So by listening to the leading instrument in that moment, it helps us to understand, therefore it's easy to count and follow. So, for example, this 7, 8, even though first violin part is just like this. There's not much going on, but I don't have a score, I couldn't find a score, but when I listened to the recordings, I could hear while the first violin is doing this, a viola was playing the melody. Sounds like this. This should be our clue to follow and then understand where we are. So this happens over 4 bars. And then another 4 bars happen with a slight change of the same melody. I couldn't quite distinguish from recording whether it was still viola continuing or was taken over by second violin. But when you're in orchestra chair, you can see who's playing and try to listen and try to understand while you play your part what's really going on in your surroundings. And then after that one, second time it happens. Yeah? So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the first bar, while we do first violin, the viola start, and then that every time, da, 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 that gives us a little clue to follow what we should listen to. If you can get access to a score, studying with a score while listening helps tremendously. When I practice either the solo repertoire, chamber music, or orchestra piece, I like to study with a score with all other instrument parts. That way I have a good idea of the whole picture, therefore I will know what instrument or what line is the most important, therefore we should follow, and vice versa. Not only that, also you have a little clearer understanding of your harmony too. So it can be a little overwhelming at first, but once you start doing that one, make into your system, especially when you're playing ensemble music, it can make you a complete different level of player. Because if you just play your part well with closed ears, which often happens, it means very little, right? It's about ensemble playing, about being together with other musicians and being able to respond and communicate. So in order to do that, try to see other parts, so see other players other than just your own part of your own group. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your questions, nice comments, and donations. Please keep sending me your questions and subscribe. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.